Once upon a time, in the pulsating, energetic core of eastern Laos, there lived a young, enterprising man named David. He had found solace in this splendid part of the world, a place where his spirit danced to the rhythm of its enchanting scenery. In the heart of this mesmerizing landscape, David was meticulously carving out a life for himself. He was not merely a young man with dreams, but rather a symbol of hope, ambition, and boundless potential. His dreams were as infinite as the azure sky above him, reflecting an aura of promise. David was a beacon, a shining embodiment of unyielding determination and relentless hard work. His heart was as vast as the expansive Laos sky, filled with dreams, aspirations, and an undying zest for life. With the backdrop of tranquil rivers, lush green mountains, and the music of chirping birds, David pursued his dreams with an unwavering spirit. His ambitions were not confined to the walls of his humble abode. They were as limitless as the verdant, vibrant scenery that made up the canvas of his life. One day, as if guided by an unseen force of destiny, a radiant, captivating young woman named Emily crossed his path. Emily, like the first rays of the morning sun, brought a new energy, a new perspective into his world. Her entrance into his life was nothing short of a divine intervention, a beautiful twist of fate that had the potential to change the course of his life forever. As destiny would have it, a radiant young woman named Emily crossed his path one day. Emily, with her refined grace and charm, captured David's attention instantly. This wasn't a regular occurrence by any means. David, a man of considerable reserve, found himself entranced by her elegance. It was like her very presence was a lighthouse, its beam cutting through the fog of indifference that often clouded David's interactions. It was irresistible, pulling him in with an intensity he'd never experienced. Emboldened by this newfound feeling, he mustered up the courage to approach her. Initiating a conversation felt like stepping into uncharted territory for him. Words, usually his loyal allies, suddenly felt foreign, as he tried to maintain a composed facade. Yet, Emily's welcoming demeanor made the task less daunting. As they began to get one another, they realized that their lives were intertwined in more ways than one. They found common ground in their love for classical music and shared an undeniable passion for the written word. Their conversations, often laden with witty banter and thoughtful insights, started becoming the highlight of David's day. Each interaction was like peeling back a new layer, revealing more about Emily and consequently, himself. As they shared stories, dreams, hopes and fears, a connection was formed that felt unparalleled. It was during these exchanges that he discovered the true essence of love, the kind that is not just about attraction, but also understanding, respect, and growth. Day by day, David found himself tumbling into the depths of love with Emily. But a substantial obstacle loomed in their path: David's modest financial status. He had been born into a simple family, where money was a constant struggle, and luxuries were mostly a dream. Raised in circumstances that were humble at best, he had learned to appreciate the simplicity of life, the value of hard work, and the importance of love and family. He knew that his family's financial situation was not enviable, but it was this reality that shaped him into a man of resilience and determination. David was a man of modest means, and this, in many ways, was a hurdle that he often found hard to overlook, let alone conquer. His upbringing had been frugal, and his parents had done their best to give him everything they could afford. But the truth was, they just didn't have much in terms of wealth. Life had always been about making ends meet, about surviving rather than thriving. There were no grand inheritances waiting for him, no trust funds to fall back on, just the harsh reality of a life lived on minimum wage. Despite this, David had an unshakable belief in the power of love. He was firm in his conviction that love was not about financial status or material goods. He believed in a love that was pure, a love that was unconditional, a love that should rise above petty materialistic concerns. And it was this belief that became his guiding principle, his beacon in the darkest of nights. He possessed an unwavering faith in love's ability to conquer all hurdles, even those as daunting as his own financial status. However, David was firm in his belief that love should rise above materialistic concerns. The day came when David chose to reveal his financial reality to Emily. On this sunny afternoon, the world seemed to pause as David gathered his courage. His heart pounded in his chest like a drum, echoing his nervousness. A myriad of emotions swirled within him, yet the predominant one was hope. His love with Emily had been a journey parallel to a fairy tale, and he believed in their bond, a bond that was woven with threads of love, trust, and mutual respect. David had been wrestling with revealing his truth, a truth that was gritty and unembellished by the glitter of wealth. He wasn't a wealthy man in terms of opulent riches, but he was rich in character and unwavering dedication to their relationship. He hoped Emily would see this, that her love for him would defy the societal norms of wealth, and her heart would echo in longing for a simple life, filled with love and not material possessions. But the reality was different, harsher than the scenario David had dreamt. When he finally revealed his financial status, Emily's reaction was a searing blow. Her face, usually so full of warmth and love, clouded over, her eyes reflecting a storm of disappointment and disbelief, mirroring the overcast sky outside. Emily had always lived in the lap of luxury, enjoyed its comforts, and aspired for more. David's revelation shattered her dreams, his truth incompatible with her extravagant desires. She confessed her longing for a life of luxury, and with her words, the bond shared felt like it was dissolving, bit by bit. Her voice was filled with sorrow as she admitted that she couldn't transcend her desire for opulence. And with a heavy heart, she severed ties with David. David was left heartbroken, grappling with a storm of emotions. His heart, full of love, affection, and dreams, was now an abyss of sorrow and despair. He had loved her more than he had ever loved anyone else, more than he had ever thought it possible to love. He had trusted her, believed in her, built his world around her. Life was intertwined with hers in a complex web of feelings, memories, and experiences. The joy, love, and sense of companionship were now replaced by the bitterness of betrayal and the heartache of parting. Their relationship was not just an ordinary one. It was the epitome of love and trust, filled with dreams of a future together, a home, children, growing old together. But all that was now reduced to nothing. It was crushed by the imposing weight of society's hypocritical expectations and her relentless pursuit of materialistic desires. This experience was a steep, harsh lesson for David. Society, it seemed, was always ready to prey on true love, to distort it, to tarnish its materialistic and superficial values, but he would not let these societal pressures deter him. He was a man of fortitude, not one to succumb to such adversities. He was hurt, but he wouldn't let the hurt define him. He would gather the shattered pieces of his heart, piece them together, and emerge stronger than ever. Despite the pain, David refused to let this setback dictate his life's course. Instead of succumbing to despair, David decided to take a different path, one that led him towards personal growth and accomplishment. He allowed his feelings to fuel this drive rather than weigh him down. David, rather than wallowing in self-pity or falling prey to the torments of life, transformed his pain into a passionate pursuit of personal maturity. He invested his time, energy, and effort into his studies, an honest attempt to carve a better future for himself. He saw education as a beacon of hope that could help him rise above his circumstance. He was diligent in his pursuit, spending countless hours immersed in books and research, striving to absorb everything he could. His ultimate goal, financial independence. But it was more than just financial freedom that he vied for. He aspired to prove his worth to himself and the world. He saw this as a way to reclaim his sense of self and instill a sense of pride in his accomplishments. He did not just want to survive, he wanted to thrive. This resolve, steadfast and unwavering, his guiding light in life. It was this determination that paved the way to professional success, a success that was hard-earned and well-deserved. Over time, he steadily climbed the ladder of accomplishment. His dedication, resilience, and grit were palpable, attracting the attention of peers and superiors alike. Soon, he made a name for himself. His journey, filled with trials and triumphs, became a testament to the power of perseverance and the human spirit's remarkable resilience. The years rolled by, and David's dedication bore fruit. He became a self-reliant individual, with a flourishing business and a comfortable lifestyle. He always remembered the lessons he learned from his brief time with Emily. David came to understand that true love should surpass societal expectations and materialistic desires, and instead, should be rooted in genuine affection and shared values. In summary, the tale of David serves as a poignant reminder that love transcends material wealth and societal expectations. It teaches us that true love is anchored in shared values and genuine affection. It's a story of heartbreak, resilience, and growth, a story that resonates with all of us, reminding us of the power of determination and the true essence of love. Is it not true that the most precious things in life are not material possessions but the genuine connections we form with others? Meet David. Once an ordinary man, David had a simple dream: to find success and win the heart of his beloved Emily. But Emily, blinded by the glitz and glamour of material wealth, turned him away, leaving David heartbroken. Yet, instead of wallowing in despair, David found a new purpose. He set out on a journey of self-discovery, not to amass wealth, but to understand his worth. David worked tirelessly, not to impress others, but to satisfy his sense of achievement. His efforts bore fruit as he found success in his endeavors. But this success didn't come wrapped in dollar bills or expensive cars. Instead, it came in the form of inner peace and self-respect. As fate would have it, David's success caught the attention of many, including Emily. Struck by remorse and regret, she sought him out, hoping to rekindle what they once had. But David, having found his self-worth and understanding the importance of genuine connections, politely declined. He had moved on and found happiness within himself, realizing that true love would never be driven by material wealth. David knew that his journey had made him a better person, and he was content with the life he had built for himself. And so, the tale of David and Emily teaches us that even in the face of heartbreak, one can emerge stronger and find true happiness. David's story serves as a reminder that love should not be predicated on material possessions, but on the foundation of shared values, respect, and genuine affection. In the grand scheme of things, David's journey from heartbreak to self-discovery to ultimate happiness is a testament to the power of resilience and the human spirit. The lessons he learned along the way, that true wealth is measured not in material possessions, but in the richness of our relationships. That genuine connections are the cornerstone of happiness, and that self-worth is an inside job. So, remember David's story, remember the lessons he learned, and let it be a reminder that our worth is not defined by what we have, but by who we are and the genuine connections we forge.